Hi there, welcome to Floating in Dreams. This is my Shop My Stash for November. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. This is going to be my Shop My Stash for November. These were some of the products that I had selected for October, so we're first going to go through that. Some of it is on top, and I have super exciting news because I've hit pan, well, almost hit pan on 2 items and one for real actually. And I have used up quite a few bits as well that either have expired on me all of a sudden or that are truly gone and I can no longer use. So I'm very excited to update you on that. And then of course, as per usual, we'll go into my makeup drawers and we're going to be selecting new products to try as well as older things to go back to. I have pretty much reviewed a lot of what I've bought in the past year now. There are a couple of things I still want to test out, but you'll see as we go along. And of course, I will be showing you what eyeshadow palettes I will be reviewing and what lipstick I used as well. So let's go through the drawer first and then get to the new stuff. So let's get to the things that I can no longer use that weren't in the drawer, but that were sitting on top. I had made it my mission this year to be using up these Tower 28 lip glosses to try and get as much use out of them as possible. Tower 28 is a clean beauty brand, so they don't have a lot of preservatives in their makeup, and it means it can expire really quickly. I used one of these up in the past. I think because I bought 2 at the same time, that was the biggest faux pas on me. I think if I had just one, I would have been able to use them up. As you can see, they're both about halfway down. The darker one, which is Sesame, I could potentially still use, but the lighter one, Pistachio, all of a sudden this month, it just started to smell so rank, and it kind of tingles now when I put it onto my lips. So I know this one is truly gone, and because I bought these at the same time, I'd rather be safe than sorry, so these need to go into my makeup empties. I can no longer use these. They have expired on me. So didn't quite manage to use them up before that happened, but I did a really good job because I had only about like this much usage at the start of the year, and having these in my Shop My Stash every month really helped. You can tell I just used it for the last time doing my makeup today, the Pretty Fresh by ColourPop, but I have backups of this, so I'm just going to be rolling a new one of this into my Shop My Stash. This is my favorite setting spray. It's the only one I use. My Tower 28 concealer. I'm not sure if you can see because I just tipped it upside down, but you can really see the scratches along the side, and I now need to 3 double dip the doe foot back into the tube in order to do my makeup, which is too much of a faff, and I have plenty of other concealers, so this one counts as used up. And I feel the same way about my NYX HD eyeshadow primer. This is actually also at that point where I need to double dip, and there isn't just enough for like 2 eyes, and it's super annoying. And with this packaging, I don't like that you can't get everything out. I know that these things have stoppers, that you could potentially take those out and use the rest, but the stopper is what keeps the product fresh and usable. If you take out the stopper, the container is no longer going to be able to close and keep the product protected. And with how much product is still probably left in here, it could well be weeks worth of product, but that will then expire really quickly. So again, I'd rather be safe than sorry and count this as used up because it's just gone. It's just gone. And very exciting, I actually am starting to hit pan on my paint pot in Painterly by MAC. You can't see it yet because there is still some product in the glass jar, but when I stick my finger in, I can actually feel the jar underneath. So that is super exciting. I've been trying to show you this for months now, but I'm actually really close to hitting pan on this eyeshadow by MAC. I keep like digging a nice sized hole into this, and I use these in conjunction, so they are a really good sort of whatchamacallit. This is a really good combo is what I'm trying to say. And then I was very surprised when this happened. I had not expected this to happen yet, but my Kosas Cloud Set, let me show you. I've hit pan. Of course, I have been digging a hole because it hard panned on me really quickly when I first started using it. So I've just been using it in the middle, but you can see that this pan is flush with this plastic packaging. I thought it would go down. Like, the plastic packaging is quite thick, as you can see. So I really thought that it was like below this, but it's actually like the pan is flush with the sides. So you're actually not getting that much product. which surprised me, but this is a really lovely powder, so it's going to stay in. I'm nowhere near done using this up just yet, but I do know with products like this, once you hit pan on it, the pan can expand really easily. So that's going to stay in. Then almost used up. This is now getting more air than product out when I pump it out, but it's not quite there yet. Is my Kosas Glow IV. I can still use this. I think I have about a week, maybe 2 weeks worth of product left in here. Perhaps I can use it for the rest of November, but if this is used up before the end of the month, I will just roll in a different primer. And then for foundation, I've decided to stop using my Armani Luminous Silk because I love my Kiko Milano Skin Lover as much. This, I feel, is the same formula as this, but this is a better shade for me. You can tell from the image, I hope, how yellow the Giorgio Armani is and how pink toned the Kiko one is compared to it. This is in 1CR, this is in shade 3. I like this so much better. And this has that same almost like jelly sort of, it's almost like a gel-based foundation, I feel. It's called the Skin Lover Intensive Serum Foundation. I don't know. It's just really lightweight, super dewy, super pretty on my skin. And I definitely want to keep this one in my Shop My Stash for the rest of the month because I want to get more use out of it. But this is going to go back into the makeup drawer. I haven't managed to use it up this year. It's actually, like, you can see where the line is. It's actually further down. It's more like down towards like the middle of the text. It's just that it's sort of stuck on the side. So it takes a while for the usage to really show up with this one. It is a beautiful product. I really enjoy it. But if I can find it at a much cheaper price point, and it's just as good and it's a better shade for me, you know what's going to happen to this. So this is definitely a contender for the declutter, but I won't be filming those until the springtime. So yeah, this is going to go back into the drawer, and then I'm just going to keep using the Kiko. I already talked about the powder. I had some new Essence bits in here, the Soft Touch bronzer, blush, and highlight. This made for a really good combo. It's just that I didn't love the formulas of these. They felt really stiff, and I didn't feel I could blend them the way I'd want them to. So I ended up not reaching for these as often as some of the other bits that are in here. They were lovely though for the price point. They are really good. I like how they come together in this little trio. I will be doing a full update on all of the Essence and Catrice products I've now tried sometime in November. Tomorrow you're getting the final Catrice lipstick video that I still need to do. And I think I've then tested out everything that I had to test out, like with everything that was in the drawer for this month. This was also in this month. This is the Catrice Under Eye Brightener. This is also going to be in that review, so I'm not going to say too much about it just yet. And also new to me was this Kiko Milano Emma Roberts collab. It's one of those bronzers, like contour type of things, that has the little sponge. And I've seen a lot of people using these. She Glam was, I think, one of the first brands to do this kind of applicator. And I really like the shade of this. It's a really good shade for me, but I hate that applicator because it's far too small of an area for, and then you just need to blend it out, and then it messes with my makeup. So I wasn't loving this. I really wanted to test out this sort of format to see if I liked it, but I didn't like it all that much. And putting on more product would mean a darker shade, which is also not what I wanted. Like 1 dot was exactly what I needed, but then I needed to blend it out and it wouldn't go where I would want my bronzer to go. So that's why that wasn't all that helpful, you could say. I used the Merit mainly at the start of the month. I went to Paris at the start of October, and this was such a great product for travel. I do need to give it a clean, I now see, because this is, again, a product that you do need to use straight from the tube to go onto your cheeks. When I first reviewed it, I tried like putting it on the back of my hand and then transferring it to my cheeks. That got me no payoff whatsoever. But if you use it from the bullet directly, it works fine. And it's great for travel, like I said. It's really nice and small and it's easy to pack. And because it's this like brownie mauve tone, you can see the shade a bit better here on the side. It works really well with my complexion, and I feel I don't need bronzer with this per se. I had my Sydney Grace highlighter in Sugar Cookie on the days where I went for a full cream look. This was really lovely. I ended up using this quite a bit with that Emma Roberts bronzer from Kiko, and then with the Essence blush. The blush of the Essence products is still my favorite of the 3. I like that better than the highlighter and the bronzer. But yeah, this was just a nice little cream combo I had in there. But this is the combo I use the most. I used this little combo the most. My Becca Bali Sands, I hit pan on it, I think last year. One day this is going to be gone and I'm going to be very sad about it because that's a lovely bronzer. This Glow Lover highlighter by Catrice I love. It's a little bit more subtle, but it works fine. I think though that this month I do want to select some more highlighters. I did have 3 in them, but I was really only reaching for 1. And then this REM Beauty blush in Rose on Mars. It's a beautiful like warmer tone mauve shade. Really beautiful as well. So had lots of fun playing with all of those products. All of these mascaras need to go into the use up bin because they're either too dry already or just not a formula that I love. This combo has been in the drawer for the longest time. This is the Essence and Catrice brown toned mascaras. These are mascaras they already did, but they came out with a brown in the past year or so. So this is the Lash Princess and the Glam and Doll Waterproof. I really like those. I like both of them still a lot, but they're just too dry to be using them. I did use them today, and it's getting to that point where you're really struggling to get them to go onto your lashes. This I like. This is the Lash Without Limits from Essence. This is actually from the new range, so I need to keep it separately so I don't like put it somewhere where I can no longer find it. But what I didn't like about this is that for some reason it's weirdly clumpy on the ends of these like brush hairs. And then I got little clumps of mascara from that part of the brush transferred to my lashes, and it was difficult to comb it out. This was the waterproof version of this Lash Without Limits. I like the black one and the brown one that aren't waterproof a lot better, so I think it's a formulation issue. The Lash Princess by Essence in the purple, I really enjoyed. This is one where I'm considering, should I keep it in? Because this isn't super dry yet. Like, this is something I could, in theory, still use. So maybe I'll keep it in just for a hot minute, just for fun. And then the Hyper Lash from Catrice in the burgundy shade. I was using loads of colored mascara this month. I had a lot of fun playing with this, but this brush is just too big. My lashes can't deal with it. I don't have the biggest set of eyes, so it was a mess. It got really messy really quickly when I was using this one. So this one I'm sadly going to say goodbye to. I was using my Sydney Grace Brow Gel. This works in a pinch. The Essence Make Me Brow has been sold out of my shade for the past month or so at every single Kruidvat I go to. So this has been working fine. It's sort of clear, but can you see what happens to this? It's like stuck to the tip. So I kind of need to smear that into my brow and then use the brush to spread it out. It's not ideal, but it works. It gets the job done. And then I think my Soap and Glory brow pencil is still going strong. Ooh. Like this thing. This is all I have left though. So maybe this month I can use it up. Who knows? We only have a small nib left. And then, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I've rearranged the drawer a little bit. I've actually cleaned my entire office over my fall break, and this was one of the things I still wanted to do. I wanted to clean this drawer. There are certain bits that are like stuck to these organizers that I can no longer get off, but yes, I did reorganize and clean this drawer for you guys. So now it's all nice and neat looking again. So let's go, let's talk about lips first. So normally there are a bunch of lip products that I've used over the course of the month, but I was still focusing on those Tower 28 things, trying to get the most out of it. But halfway through the month, I really had to stop using them. And then at the end of the month, I actually had a cold sore, so I couldn't use any lip products. And it was a pretty bad one. It didn't look that terrible, but it was pretty painful, and I really couldn't wear lipstick for like a week and a half. So I was, of course, also trying to use up my Velvet Muse by Lisa Eldridge. This is all I have left. I think we can manage to use this one up before the end of the year. So that's still front and center on my makeup vanity. And then I wore Velvet Jazz again because after not being able to wear a single lipstick for a week and a half, I wanted to go bold. So I ended up wearing that. And then I wore Skyscraper Rose in some videos the other day, and I really like that shade for the winter time. It's a really nice, like, deeper pinky berry tone, but still bright enough for it to have a bit of oomph. So that's a lovely shade too. And that was everything that I wore lipstick-wise. Let's go into the drawer. And here is the face drawer. If you've watched these videos before, then you know. I do have a couple of things that I want to test out, but I don't think there are too many things. I think I want to stick to my Kiko foundation. I'm now seeing this though, which I like for days where I don't want to wear too much makeup. Do I want to select that? Or shall I be super lazy? Yeah, I'm going to go in with a cushion foundation because these are things you can use up really quickly. And I like this Parnell one quite a bit, so I'm going to be getting some more use out of that. That way I have a little bit of variety. And then I think, where did it go? Kiko came out with a matching concealer to the foundation that I'm loving, so maybe I'm loving this too. This is going to be a product that I haven't reviewed yet, so this is the Skin Lover Intense Serum Concealer. So there's that. So for bronzer, I'm going to be super boring, but I want to go into my Fenty Beauty bronzer. This is in the Sun. I actually had to scrape it down the last time I used it, and that's when the pan appeared. So maybe we can expand that pan. And then I realized I haven't used my Nabla Skin Glazing Bronzer in a hot minute. You can see I love this thing. It looks so gross. But these are perfect for right now, so I want to use those. Let's see. I'm going to go in with a different Kiko concealer as well. This is the Skin Tone Concealer. This is my favorite concealer by Kiko. So if I don't like the other one, at least I'll have something in there that I know I love. Highlighter-wise, is there anything that's brand new to me that I want to test out? I still need to test out some of these things that I picked up when I was in Japan. And I think that this Fui highlighter, this is in, does it say what it's in? It doesn't say. It's HL12. It has this like lavender sort of vibe to it, and I actually want to select a couple of the new in purple blushes that I've bought recently, and I think this is going to be beautiful with it. So I do want to go in with that. Speaking of blushes I want to test out, the Fenty Beauty one in Drama Class in the powder formula, but also in the cream. And then I also purchased this Dior Backstage Thick, which is more of like a lilac, like a pinky tone. It's not as purple, I think, as the Fenty, but I think this is the, yeah, it's also called Pink Lilac, shade-wise. So two creams and a powder. I definitely need to select at least one or two other shades of blush to wear. And then I need to go in with a different highlighter with that. I do really like this Fenty highlighter but I think this is more going to be a December pick. That's How Many Carats? Maybe the Rare Beauty? I don't know why, but I'm feeling like something more intense highlighter-wise. That's really where my brain is going. Ooh, I'll go with this Lighten Up highlighter. This is from Kruidvat. This is a Dutch drugstore brand, and this is really, really beautiful. It's a sort of yellow, like a white gold kind of situation, but it's not too yellow. That's what I was going to say. And that will go with everything else that I select. I'm going to go in with this M Cosmetics blush. This is the Heaven's Glow blush in Baroque. That's a really good like neutral tone for me. It goes with everything. And I really feel like if I'm going for such a bold like blush moment with the purples, I know I want to balance that out. And then maybe a liquid highlighter as well as a liquid or a cream blush. Another M Cosmetics blush. This is Venetian Rose. Yes, in the liquid formula. That's one I've had for a very long time. That's a little bit more warm toned. And then I think, and then I'm not sure what's going on with this one, so I just need to use it. This is the Essence Baby Got Glow in Sassy and Silk. So I want to use that with, like, as a liquid option. All right, so now I've selected everything I needed to select in here. I need some mascara as well. Mascara is hiding here. So this is my little mascara cubby. What do I want to do? I think I want to do a brown and like a black. But then you know what I'll do? This is what I'm gonna do. Where's the other one? I had 2 of these. Yeah, these ones. So these were things I still wanted to test out. These are by Heimish. I very randomly bought these. They are a like black and brown and a brown. And these are tubing mascaras. These are the, this is the name, Daylism Smudge Stop Mascara. This is volume black. Ooh. And here we have volume brown. So this way I'll have a black and a brown and the purple for if I want to go something colorful. It fits really well. I'm very happy with the way this came out. So yeah, this is going to be my Shop My Stash for November. Let me show you what eyeshadow palettes I will be reviewing. So in November, I will be reviewing 4 eyeshadow palettes. All 4 of these were PR gifts through MONOLITH. I am affiliated with them, and they send me like a couple of palettes every month, or I can pick them out myself. Like the way they approach this changes every month or so, but these were all gifted to me. I do have a code with them, so if you want to get 5% off of your order, then you can. I'll pop it on the screen right here. But I do also still buy from them myself. But to be quite fair, because they have been sending me so many things, I haven't really had the need to be buying a lot from the website. But yeah, if I didn't get sent things, I would still be using them myself as well. So they sent me the Gothic Romance from Unearthly about a month ago now. So I wanted to test this one out this month. Then they also send me the Coalescence from Bella Beauty Bar, and it's their collab with No Pore. This has been getting some really good reviews. So now that now I have it in anyways, and so many people have been loving it, I'm like, I might like that too. Like, there are some shades in here that really speak to me, but there's also shades in here that made me go like, will I like that? I'm not too sure. And then this month, I got the Dark Dreamscape in by Bella Beauty Bar. You know that Bella Beauty Bar is one of my favorite brands, and I have now been able to swatch this, and it looks so pretty. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to using that, and I think it will be pretty with like the purple mascara here. And then the Witch is Familiar from Fantasy Cosmetica and Betty Bean, or Betty Jean. I always mess up her name. I'm terribly sorry. This is really pretty. I love Fantasy Cosmetica as well. They didn't really do a color story recently this year that I've loved, but this Halloween release is just, it looks stunning. Again, something I've already swatched, and it looks beautiful in swatches. So these are the new things I want to test out for you. But I also want to go back to old favorites. I don't have too many palettes to review this month, so I'm definitely thinking that I'll be able to actually play with some other things as well. And one palette I had mentioned in a recent video that I still wanted to go back to is the Venus XL. This is a really beautiful berry palette. I am thinking though, because this is one of the oldest palettes I currently have in my makeup collection, I'm not sure how this is going to go formula-wise, because it was a pretty tough formula to play with anyways. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. And then I spotted this in my collection. I was like, the Cheer Yep Floating Life. Their palettes always have like 2 or 3 different names on different websites, it seems. But this is beautiful. It's a little bit more like cool tone and grungy. Of course, it's fall. We need to go back to subculture at some point, and to be able to play with this, I love pairing it with multi-chromes. So in a sec, I'm going to select some multi-chromes with you to put in that palette. In another recent video, I mentioned the Club Nebula by Kaleidos and Angelica Newfist as like a palette I need to play with again. So that's going to happen this month. I finally remembered. And because I've been loving so hard on this one, the Bella Beauty Bar Poison Garden, I have to play with this again. I have to do another look at least with the Poison Garden this month. So those are the palettes I will be going back to. But like I said, with the subculture, I really feel it comes to life if you pair it with multi-chrome. So I've decided to use this Nabla little 6-pan palette. It looks a little dirty, but I'm going to be putting some multi-chromes in there. My favorite multi-chromes to play with when it comes to like multi-chromes to begin with is Cleona. That's why I have so many. And the shades that go best with these grungy tones are these jeweled multi-chromes that Cleona does. So I'm just going to select a couple of these. I always love this one to go with the, this is Forge, which is not normally my go-to. I hope the camera can pick this up, but it has this like gold, red, green flip. The sun is really helping today to make this shade look its best. So that's gonna go in. These are like too purple. I do like this as well. I think this will be pretty if I use Axis. I believe, yeah, this is Oculus. And this is one of those like blue, green, purple sort of thing. Oh, you can really like, I have really good lighting today, you guys. This is really, really beautiful. I can't wait to play with that. So 2 of those. But I think I also want to use one of these. Here we go into like the neutral category, territory, I should say. I think, ooh, I have to be really careful with these because they're fragile. Yeah, this is really pretty. This is, I believe, one of their glitter multi-chromes. Come on, focus. This is Grisaille, or Grisaille. Really pretty. It's got sort of like that bruise sort of look to it. I'm not really selling it, am I? This is really pretty. It's sort of like brown, green, purple, blue with glitter. It's really pretty. So I think, yeah, that's all of the Cliona multi-chromes that I would want to select. But I've got some more in this palette down here. And in here, I have some multi-chromes from like Glam Shop, and I've got some Divina, Touch of Glam is in here, which I don't think is still a brand. Some Terra Moons is in here as well. Like there's loads of really fun things in. And then some like older MAC and Makeup Keepsake things that didn't fit anywhere else. Some of these I think I've also repressed, like something like this. I really like the look of, but this I like repressed from a different palette. But I think I do want to put that in. Looks really pretty. It's sort of like silvery blue, green, gold. Sounds like it's something that I might like. I used Asteria, that's my most used Divina shade, I think, with my previous single shadows that I use. So I'm not going to be using that. But I am going to be using Pera Lucia, because I think this kind of shade, it's like grungy, reddish gold. I think that will be really pretty with the Anastasia shades. Ooh, of course I'm digging my nail in there. Oh, this always happens to me whenever I play with single shadows. Always, one of them has to like suffer for some reason. And then I think I can do one more. What do I like the look of? I like the look of this. What's this? This is Pink Frog from Glam Shop. It's like pink. It's like pink, like magenta pink, gold, and green. I'm not sure if the camera picks it up. You only see the pink and the gold, I think. Oh, there we go. There's the green flip. Do you see? It's really, really pretty too. So that's going to go in as well. And that way, we have a fun little singles palette to go with the ABH palette. So this I'm going to use exclusively with the Subculture. I love the Subculture mattes, but I don't love the shimmers. So that's what I'm going to be playing with. This was my November Shop My Stash. Let me know in a comment down below what you'll be playing with. I would love to know. Things that I haven't reviewed yet are going to go up on the blog in the meantime. I hope I'm able to do that. Last month got a little bit crazy busy, so I forgot to like post reviews. But I hope I can still do it this month and give you some like reviews of these purpley toned blushes. I think because we're going into winter, I'm really going to enjoy those. And then the Kiko concealer is new and the Fui highlighter. But everything else I've reviewed already, played with before. So yeah, thank you so very much for joining me here today. Thumbs up this video if you liked it. And subscribe because I will be posting new videos really, really soon. Bye-bye.